Welcome to the Sports Lounge. I'm Michael Horn. Star of our show is not necessarily me. I just like to make my name out there. The star is the man we call Sultan, the Sultan of safeties. 2 safeties in one game in the same quarter. The all-pro defensive end, the football legend, the acting legend, the one and only Mr. Fred Dryer.
Thank you, Michael Horn, right?
That's correct. That was
Thank you, Michael,
Thank
and
you.
welcome everyone for another week of. I have not been molested that I know of.
Really?
Yeah, I know everybody else has.
Everybody's gonna have
Everybody
a
I've run
molestation
into
story.
today. I was at the restaurant today, and there was just a bunch of people talking about being molested. And so I was happy to say, gee, I found out that I'm not one of them.
So that's good. So you're not molested. That's good. And
Yeah.
you've been in the acting business after your football career for many years, and nobody ever asked you on the couch.
Hey, I've seen some things.
Really?
Because I've seen some things.
Like, really?
Yes.
Could you
I
give us
could-
a kind of a semi-example?
No, not at all.
A slight
this
example?
is a family show.
Well,
I
really?
think it is.
That good, huh?
What kind of a family is it? But yeah, I'm doing well. This was a good week for me.
Good. How come?
This was a good week. I got to I figured out the Skyping mechanism on my cell phone.
So who are you Skyping?
My granddaughter.
Oh, so this is great. So you
Yeah.
Skype your granddaughter.
Yes, I do. Well, actually,
This is dangerous.
I text her and
Dangerous.
say, "Plug it in so we can Skype it," and she does. And then while she was trying to get my credit card number from me,
She's sharp. The kid is sharp.
Oh man, she's right on it. Her brother Freddie, the 5-year-old,
Yeah.
was in the back wrestling with her, trying to get on camera, and yelling and threatening people.
Really?
Yeah.
Takes after his grandpa. That's good. Going to be a good all-pro
Yeah.
defensive
So anyway, he's coming along nicely. His development is robust.
That's good. So you Skype, and then the 3
Yeah.
grandkids go crazy trying to get on to see
Yeah.
Grandpa.
Well, they try to get my credit card number.
Yeah.
And they tricked me into asking me for it.
They did, and did you give
Yeah.
it to them?
If you had a credit card, what number would it be? Do you think?
We have listeners at our email chat line that have been asking that also. Could we
Yeah,
have-
I know. I've asked the girls up in the front. You know, if anyone calls for my information, give it to them.
Yeah, the here's one from Shannon. She says, "Fred, can I have your credit card number?" So it's just that's just an email to you. That's all. Well,
You know, at one time I used to know by heart all of my credit cards. I had about 10 credit cards. I knew them all by heart, the numbers.
I know my driver's license and my social security card. That's about it.
Yeah, and I also knew my banker's phone number by heart as well. When he called me up and say, "Hey,"
I used to remember my bank, but that's
oh well,
you know.
yeah. But so my weekend, my week and my weekend actually unfolded nicely. I got to see some friends. You know, there's still in my circle of friendship. There's that thing again. Oh, by the way, what you folks let us know what you think about our new background. This is the City of Angels.
This is our video
This is
background.
the City of Angels. This is downtown LA in November, up against the beautiful
Take a look there.
San Gabriel Mountains, and it's got snow, as you can see, beautiful clouds rolling in from the
Look at
east.
see in the left corner there, Mayor Garcetti is being held up by a group of thugs.
Yeah, you can see the dope addicts tunneling in from the border, right
beautiful.
behind me.
It's an accurate thing. We got out of the old St. Louis Stadium since nobody's played a football game for a while, and now here is the beautiful Los Angeles.
Yeah, you're going to see rotating backgrounds
Snow-capped
the
peaks.
more we're on the air, however long that lasts.
Snowed last night, and we didn't even know about it. All right, we'll continue here.
I knew I was cold for a reason.
It's the Lounge with the one and only Fred Dryer. Fred Dryer and I want to tell you about Blue Apron. This is a way you can really cook with the right kind of foods, right? They send all this to your home, don't they, Fred?
Yeah, yes, they do. And they knock on your door, and you open it up, and there's a bunch of food in there. You can just go to your kitchen and cook it up.
It's fresh. It's guaranteed to be fresh, and they have so many great food ideas and food meals together. And you can listen to this, you can get this week's menu, your first 3 meals absolutely free and free shipping if you go to blueapron.com/dryer, D-R-Y-E-R. You've got your apron on. Are you going to be doing some cooking tonight?
Yeah, I've got 2 aprons. One's in the dry cleaners, and I got one home in the laundry, but I'm ready to roll.
You're going to love how this Blue Apron, how the food tastes, how it feels. You go to blueapron.com blueapron.com/dryer. And that's Blue Apron. They send the food right to your house. Remember, you get your first 3 meals free with free shipping if you go to the website blueapron.com/dryer, DRYER. Jimmy Mack, our lighting expert, was here. You know, we have all the pros. Jimmy Mack does his own podcast, and we're going to be carrying it on our CRN Pod Plus channel on CRN7. In the meantime, he's also lit our studio, and we're here on the lounge. I'm Michael Horn, along with the one and only Fred Dryer.
Thank you. Yes, you know, the overhead lighting here is not conducive to our beautiful new arena.
Jimmy Mack will fix that.
Well, but we have a beautiful new a venue for our broadcasts, and we're just in the midst of finally tuning our stage and stuff, because eventually, I mean, this is a TV studio. Actually, I mean, we want to be on TV. We want to be current and giving everybody a good background. I like this background. This City of the Angels snow drift background here. It looks like Denver, but it's not, because you can tell by the buildings here. So, you folks out there, write us in. Let us know what you think.
Write what you think. You can email Fred Dryer at freddryer, FREDDRYER, at crntalk.com. Fred Dryer at crntalk.com. Follow him on Twitter, Fred_Dryer, Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. And for gosh sakes, go to his new website that he has, FredDryer.co. That's FREDDRYER.co. FredDryer.co. His Highway 395 movie is on there, and he's got a bunch of stuff on there. Just check out the website; it's good. Where are we headed here now, Fred?
Well, listen,
Jerry Jones here.
Well, look, we've got Jerry Jones, we've got Colin Kaepernick, we got O.J. Simpson, reportedly drunk at the Cosmopolitan Hotel in Las Vegas. Of course, that'll put you back in jail, if you're drunk.
That's unlike O.J. to be drinking.
And then we're going to just give you a little bit of depth, if you want it, on the Shanghai Sunglass UCLA Steve Alford LiAngelo Ball situation, where these guys decided to go out into several of the stores around the hotel there in Shanghai and steal stuff. And so the store looked at the replay.
Yep.
And they said, wonder where these guys are. They went to the hotel, and they found them and took them to jail.
How stupid can those guys be? We'll have to get into that, because that's really the height of stupidness.
Well,
and I've seen dumb things before.
Well, this transcends stupid. This is just a blind arrogance. And, people, look, if you really want to give them a nice ride, is to leave them in jail for a month.
Yeah, let them see what it's like.
Just say, we're going to go back over and start our season, and then you guys just sit here and see how life is in a communist jail.
Can toughen those guys up, and that's the way to do it. It's crazy. I mean, people are, you're there in a foreign country, you're the guest of that foreign country, and then you go out and steal stuff from a store, and, it's not the same laws as here. No, Mommy and Daddy aren't there to pick you up.
Yeah, well, they got some real big sumo wrestler guys there that'll wake you up in the morning.
Did you, when you were with the guys, did you ever get into any kind of shenanigans, or were you always cognizant of the fact that you were a role model while you played with the Rams and while you were an actor?
I never equated it to my position, whatever that was.
Really?
I never thought, gee, I play for the Rams. They shouldn't embarrass the team, or you shouldn't,
Yeah.
It was common sense.
It just was built
It's how I was taught. My mother didn't remind me every day as I went out the door, Fred, remember, do not steal anything. She never had to go through that stuff,
Yeah.
And so don't get drunk. Don't ride your motorcycle at 100 miles an hour. Don't do stupid stuff, because it was inherent in common sense. And, you can equate the fact is, if I'm drunk on my motorcycle, I could get hurt. So maybe I shouldn't do that. So anyway, you've got
Common
these kids.
sense.
You've got these kids, 19 years of age, and everybody's saying, "Oh, gee, they're kids," That's not an excuse for me. They're old enough to know that they shouldn't be in China stealing stuff.
Yeah, and I guess President Trump had to intervene to get them back. Otherwise, they'd still be rotting in a cell.
Yeah, that's another thing that they'll pick on Trump about. They'll find something to pick on him about. And by the way, he had a great 12 days over there, and we'll see what fruits pop out on the.
Well, one of these got these guys back. That's one of the things that popped out.
Yeah, that's right. He actually did. But I was looking through our notes, like I usually do, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, I'm always looking through the newspapers. As you know, I drive around town reading the newspapers, and here's what I'm surprised about. I'm looking at the television the other day, and the Sports Center thing is on, and they're giving us all the news, and I'm trying to get some information on this UCLA Chinese 3, and
was that the score?
Yeah,
UCLA 1, Chinese 3.
That's right.
Yeah,
and I see a picture of Marvin Lewis, Bengals head coach. And I'm thinking to myself, I wonder what this is about. And so it's a story. It's just the story. The point I'm bringing up isn't because, it's John Ross, a receiver, let down Andy Dalton, the quarterback, and that's what this article is about. Gee whiz, you let them down. You're not catching balls. We're not playing well. We're 3-6, and
they lost 24-20 to the Titans last week.
Exactly. And so here was my question.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me the Bengals have not yet fired Marvin Lewis?
Still there.
He's been there 13 years. And you know how bad they've been? They've been bad for 15 years. And they've not fired this guy. I'm amazed at this. So forget the article. My deal is, why haven't they fired Marvin Lewis? What are they waiting for?
We should get our old producer Tyler Roop, who used to be a big Bengals fan. I bet he would agree with you. 13 years of mediocrity in
it's worse than
Bengals.
that. They're 3-6.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like there's always some great thoughts at the beginning, and then it's 3-6 by the time you blink.
Yeah. Do you think that these guys are going to be, go on a win spree and pull it out and go 8-8?
No, I don't think so. No. Apparently, Dalton's pass fell incomplete in front of the fastest man they had on the team, and so the coach Marvin Lewis let him have it. But then, maybe the owner should let Marvin Lewis have it. That's what you're saying. It's like, let's get somebody new in there.
Well, what are they waiting for? Haven't the fans? I'd like to know. You know what we should do? We should take perennially bad teams, whatever they are, hockey, football, baseball, basketball.
Right.
We should take perennially bad teams and subscribe to the newspapers of that city for like about a month.
Right.
And find out exactly what the conversation is. How many people are upset or crazy? Are there people like me just
kind of test the wind, see what's
just
there?
To find out what's going on and to give people an update as to why Marvin Lewis has not been fired? I want to know that.
If you want to email Fred Dreyer at crntalk.com. You give him throw him out a tweet there, Fred_Dreyer. That's his handle on Twitter. Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dreyer, and get the information out, because we want to read what's there and figure out why. There must be, the sports talk shows must be talking about why the guys have had 13 years of the same topic. Why is Marvin Lewis still here?
Well, again, I keep asking the question: what's wrong with the ownership of the Cincinnati Bengals? And you'll find out why the team is always 3-6.
Those of you listening to us on Sports USA, give us some feedback here. Send Fred an email, FredDreyer at crntalk.com.
Hey Lorraine, do you realize that your mother, my mother-in-law, Chef Maria, has been serving Las Vegas since 1949?
Yes, I do, Dennis. That's when she first met Howard Hughes, who fell in love with her cooking.
And in 1955, she opened her first restaurant on Fremont Street.
Yes, dear. And another great customer was Liberace.
Wow. Then in 1962, while Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack were causing global excitement on the Las Vegas Strip, your family opened their second restaurant.
And in 1970, 1972, Elvis Presley began electrifying Las Vegas audiences and eating in our restaurants.
You know, Lorraine, this is quite a town. There's only one Las Vegas.
And there's only one Bootlegger Italian Bistro.
Folks, when you're in Las Vegas, come visit us. We'll make you feel like you're part of our family.
The Bootlegger Italian Bistro, conveniently located at 7700 Las Vegas Boulevard, South Strip. Visit our website at www.bootleggerlasvegas.com.
How old are you? 25, 35, 50, or older? If you have pain, we can help. Do your knees hurt?
Ow.
Let me ask you again. Are your knees killing you?
Oh, yeah. Are they ever?
What about your back? When you bend over, does it feel like this? How about when you get out of bed in the morning? If you're like me, your knees and back feel like this.
Oh, that hurts.
I found a company called the Pain Relief Hotline. They specialize in ways to treat your knee, back, and neck pain without surgery or taking medications. The good news is if you have insurance, you may have little or no cost or out-of-pocket expense. I've used them. It works. Call the Pain Relief Hotline now for free information. 800-309-2677. 800-309-2677. Call now. 800-309-2677. That's 800-309-2677.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
Back here in the Sports Lounge. I'm Michael Horn, the star of our show, the Sultan. 2 safeties in one game in the same quarter. The All-Pro defensive end, the acting legend from Hunter and Land's End and Agent X and Crisis, the one and only Fred Dryer. By the way, you finished shooting the movie, the Transformers, all done, everything ready?
Yeah, the Transformer movie's in the can, as they say. I like to say it. We're in the can. And here's the other thing.
So's our producer.
Yeah, Marvin Lewis should be in the can.
Yeah, he should be.
But he's still got a job. That's the last I heard. I just got off the line with the people in Cincinnati. And he's still got a job.
Still got the job. And so he's criticizing, again, this last Wednesday, his teammates. Marvin Lewis is saying that there was a critical play during their 24-20 loss to Tennessee Titans, the game last Sunday, and it involved Ross slowing down on a deep sideline route, and he thought Andy Dalton wasn't going to throw the ball. Instead, he potentially hauling a deep throw. Dalton's pass fell incomplete in front of the fastest man on the team, and so they just weren't thrilled with it. So there's obviously an attitude drop on the team, and so everybody say, well, yeah, what's going on? It starts with the coach, doesn't it? If the coach is sort of lackadaisical or whatever, this is the problem. There's no spirit.
You've got to fire Marvin Lewis. You have to fire him. Otherwise, if you don't fire him, you're gonna have a continuing bad performance from all your players.
All
and
right.
that one guy, what's his name? What's that linebacker's name? Perfect. This guy is.
And the
this
Bengals?
guy's still on the team too. This guy.
You want him gone too?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, someone's got to tell the guy, to stop screwing up and costing your team yards and points. It's just ridiculous. We are halfway through the NFL season. It's one of the most lackluster, boring seasons I've ever seen.
Really?
Yes, it is. Other than the Philadelphia Eagles, who are really, like I said, I always make this joke, and people say, "Oh, you're so cynical." Well, take a look. Marvin Lewis still has a job. You can predict that the Bengals are going to be lousy, but the beauty is the Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz, last year's number 1 pick. And
looking pretty good.
Number 2 pick in the draft. But he's the guy that the Ram fans thought should have been picked over Jared Goff. But both are going to be okay. But the Eagles are just really terrific. They're 8-1, I believe, and they're playing great. And you know what's interesting? They've got 4 defensive linemen plus that just own the line of scrimmage. Of course, that's me.
That's how you win.
You
Defense is how you
don't
win.
own the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
You can't compete in the league like Cincinnati. They don't know. All you had to do is go out and say, "How do I fix this team?" If you're a new coach and you come in and they say, "Okay, we got rid of Marvin, Fred, what do you want to do?" Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get as many draft choices as we can in the next 2 to 3 years. And we're going to go out and we're going to redraft big people. We're going to get an offensive and a defensive line that will pinch your head off. And then we will build from there out. You don't have to go out and get the number 1 receiver yet. You want to get a quarterback and a great offensive line. You want to get a great center. You want to get a great left tackle. You want to get the 2 defensive tackles that collapse the center on pass rushes and control the line of scrimmage. And you start from there, and that's what the Eagles did.
And that's smart.
Well, of course, it's not dumb.
When I handicap, I always look and see who's the better defensive team, and that sometimes will sway me one way or the other when I'm making a pick.
Yeah, that's right.
Who I think is going to win.
Yeah, that's right. And who's healthy? Because sometimes you don't even know who's going to play.
Right.
And so it's frustrating to handicap a lot of these teams. Of course, we don't watch it every week. I don't watch. I don't watch every game because you can't.
Did you boycott last week for Veterans Day? I didn't watch any football on Saturday.
Yeah, I watch college football on Saturday.
Yeah, there you go. That's what everybody's doing.
Yeah, they're going to college football. And a friend of mine who's a fanatic pro football fan. He's a 49er fan.
Really? Oh, he must have been happy. They won a game.
Yeah, they beat the terrible Giants.
Yeah.
And
even though you and I picked the Giants.
We did.
How could we have done that?
Well, you know why? Here's why.
It's because we don't like
No, here's why.
49ers.
This is what I said.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to bet on the best quarterback. And that best quarterback was Manning.
Yeah.
Not that 49ers don't have a quarterback.
No.
And so they do now because they got this Garofalo guy. But anyway, the point is that you look, the Giants, can they go 1-15? I think they can.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm sold on them.
They signed you, the Giants. This is your first team.
Yeah. We were 6-8.
You
my
might have to
first year.
suit up and go back there and help them. You probably could get another win out of them. You should go coach them.
All right.
Who's coaching them? Phil Simms?
No, Jim Cat Cabbage.
That's good. All right, we'll take a break. Come back with more in the Sports Lounge. Michael Horn, the one and only Fred Dreyer.
This is the Mungle on Movies. I'm Matt Mungle. The PG family film Wonder hits theaters the 17th. Julia Roberts is Isabel and gives her thoughts on the story.
I just felt like it was a really wonderful, gentle reminder for me to find more ways in a day, in a conversation, in this life, to choose the nicer approach than the faster or the sarcastic.
Again, Wonder in theaters November the 17th. For reviews and more, go to mungleshow.com. Follow me on Twitter @TheMungle.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares, first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's to see the memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. See the Art of the Masters, an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, fairy lights from cathedral ceilings, and our ancestors smiling down at you from the family love altar. The romance of Romeo and Juliet, and find the mystical Room of the Moon. And don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, make our own sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. From pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flown in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, just $18.95, and Angelo's and Vinci's has been named 2 years in a row Best Italian Restaurant in Orange County. Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurant at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. Call right now. That's 800-485-8803.
This is Bill's yard, and Bill's a grill master, not a grass expert. Still, no weeds belong in this backyard barbecue kingdom. And with Scott's Turf Builder Weed and Feed, Bill's greasy thumb is just as good as a green thumb. Because Scott's thickens lawns to help crowd out over 50 pesky weeds. So Bill can defeat invaders, green up his lawn, and hold his spatula high. This is a Scott's yard. Pick up Scott's Weed and Feed today.
We're back here in the Sports Lounge. Michael Horn, the one and only Fred Dreyer.
Thank you.
Lots of news here to go on. So, since we're in the football mode, let's talk a little bit here, if we can, about Jerry Jones not backing down on this. What is it, $50 million they're going to give to Roger Goodell for a contract extension?
Here's the deal.
What's going?
They got a year. Goodell has a year and a half left on his contract. Okay.
Yep.
And Jerry Jones is telling the Arthur Blank, the chairman of the compensation committee, right, to not renegotiate that contract so fast.
To take some time, talk it over.
Yeah,
Let's talk to all the owners.
And he wants
Goodell.
Arthur Blank believes that Jones is disputing the extension because there's some critical facts that Jones thinks that the other owners should know and consider when they decide to bring Goodell back.
Yeah, because he's got, 18 months left on his current contract, so they got all the time in the world. Who's going to hire Roger Goodell away from them? I mean, for God's sakes.
He's not going to. Where is he going to make $50 million a year?
Exactly. So why
doing nothing?
Yeah, what does the commissioner do besides jump in and kind of meddle around with these things?
Well, take away the convertible and he waves. You know, I mean,
he likes you though, Goodell.
He
likes
loves
you.
me.
He
loves
talk
me.
to you.
Yeah, and he's a very nice guy, and so I have good things to say. And
But it's like, why extend the contract now? Here's the deal. They're in this big controversy over whether they should kneel or stand for the national anthem, and people are protesting and they're boycotting the NFL. They're not watching games. The ratings keep plummeting and going down. And so you got 18 months to try to work this thing out. If the guy that's in charge can't work it out, why would you bring him back? If he can work it out, then that would say to the rest of the owners, hey, this is it. Now, maybe the owners don't care. Maybe they don't want to work it out, but they're watching their franchise. That's when you think of the franchise. When I say Disney, you think of fun and amusement parks. When I think Playboy, that's a big brand name. When I say the NFL, another huge fan, this news, a great name, but it's going downhill right now. It's not getting the desirable credit that it has earned in the past.
Yes, here's the issue.
Yes,
Jerry Jones wants the rest of the league, the owners, to slow down and not ramrod the extension through.
Correct.
Other owners are thinking that Jerry doesn't want to resign him because of the suspension he gave Ezekiel Elliott.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're mixing the two.
They're mixing signs.
Yeah, and so Jerry Jones says, "Look, I'm not going to back off my demand for us to confab and really ask ourselves, is Goodell the guy you want to give an extension to and go forward?" I don't disagree with that, because that's whatever you have to do in running your business, that's what you have to do. But and that's where we are, and so we're going to see what happens here.
I mean, here's the deal. You got the whole season to finish out. Why don't you wait and see how the season plays out? Do things turn around? Do people start liking the NFL? Is the Super Bowl wonderful? And then you say, okay, now let's look at Goodell. Do we want to continue? You got that time. You got 18 months.
That's correct. That's exactly right. Now, here's my issue. If I'm an owner,
yep,
just plodding along.
What would you own? Which team would you? The Eagles.
I'd own the Eagles. So if I'm plodding along, and I'm going to consider hiring Goodell, re-upping
his contract. Yeah.
Here's what I want.
What?
I want him, Goodell, to show up in New York, in Goodell's office, with 32 owners, all 32 owners in the room with Goodell, and ask Goodell, how do you plan on fixing this problem?
There you go.
Tell me what you want to do, how you're going to do it. Give us a game plan, and if you got a bitch or a gripe with us or individuals or a group of people, tell us what those problems are. Because it's my contention that Goodell has been strung out there without any game plan or any semblance of what to do. This is a rudderless ship. You got 32 owners who don't seem to understand. You got to put somebody together. Other than that, you got Jerry Jones just running down the street claiming that Goodell shouldn't be hired because he suspended one of my players for too many games.
Yeah.
So you've got to be able to have a skill to where you talk to your advertisers. I'd get that pizza guy in there. I'd get him to come in.
Papa John's
I'd
Pizza.
get Papa John in there. Say, Papa John, we apologize to you.
Why did you cancel?
And here's what I want to do. I want to shoot a commercial where I'm walking into your pizza store, taking a bite of pizza, and say, "Pizza's back."
Would you be standing or kneeling when you would walk?
I would. I have a skateboard. I come in on a skateboard.
Okay, good.
But that's in my contract, those skateboards. So I would have a game plan. I would think creative. That's how Goodell gets out of this.
I think you're right. I think that you have to have that plan. You have to put it together, and you have to be, you just have to look at what you want from the guy who's running your league, and have a give and take. And so that's all Jerry Jones is asking for, is a little bit of time to go and discuss it.
Give it to him, but he should hire me. Jerry Jones should say, I want to bring my good friend Fred Dreyer in here. He wants to explain something to you. Hey, by the way, speaking of pro football, Kaepernick has been made.
Oh yeah,
Colin Kaepernick, Citizen of the Year by GQ magazine,
Exactly.
and you're not going to believe this. We'll come back.
Yeah, here's
we'll
the thing.
Go over it.
Email Fred Dreyer at crntalk.com, Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dreyer, and on Twitter Fred_Dreyer, and there you have it. Get the information out to him. And that will be the way we'll take care of it and get everything going there for you. Yeah, this is going to be a big story. We are coming back with this thing now because I think at one time I had a subscription to GQ magazine. If I still do, there'll be no subscription for me for GQ magazine anymore.
Nobody goes out to the newsstand and gets GQ. Believe me.
That's why I cancel it. Listen to this. You know how much it is, a face value or something? I don't know. It's like $15-20. They were sending it to me for like $10 for a year. It was like $1 an issue, because that's how tough it is for magazines. And what do they think this is going to do now? Colin Kaepernick, what is he, the Citizen of the Year? Is that the award that he got?
What does a guy get when he gets GQ magazine?
It's supposed to be like fashion,
how to wear a corduroy pants with the suede shoes.
Yeah.
That stuff?
Left shoe on the left foot, right shoe on the right foot.
I can figure that out myself.
That's what you got to do. It's the Sports Lounge. I'm Michael Horn. That's Fred Dreyer from CRN, the Competition Radio Network.
I'm Pam McKissick. Remember the old adage, patience is virtue? Well, maybe. But I can't get past life is short, time's ticking, there's a lot to do and not enough time to do it. So people should either move on, move up, or move over. I'm just not a patient person. I can't even teach my dog tricks because both of us think it takes too long. I'm the woman losing her mind behind the mother at the fast food counter asking her child what he'd like to eat for the third time. I want to shout, he's 3. Don't ask him again if he wants the chicken fingers. You make the decision about the chicken fingers. Maybe that's how I ended up in the real estate auction business. When I hear the average days on market for real estate, my eyes glaze over. I start hearing voices. Be patient. It takes time to find the right buyer. Be patient. It takes time to get someone to make an offer. Be patient. It takes a while to sell it. I want to shout, it only takes 30 days to auction your property, and you can quick close in less than a week. You phone us and list it, we market and sell it, and you move on with your life. Forget being patient. Be smart. Call Williams & Williams Real Estate Auction at 1-800-986-9340. That's 1-800-986-9340.
Colonel Sanders here with another important holiday message from KFC. This year, don't get the ones you love some lame, boring gift like a new car, or jewelry, or toys, or expensive electronics, or any other junk. Nope, get that special someone what they really want. Exactly! A KFC $5 fill-up with 100% white meat popcorn chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, a biscuit, a cookie, and a drink. It's a perfect gift for all those important people in your life who get hungry right around lunchtime. KFC, it's finger-licking good. Available for a limited time only. Pricing and participation may vary. Tax extra.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. Choosing the right mortgage lender involves much more than just a rate. Quicken Loans has earned 11 J.D. Power Awards for client satisfaction. And we invented Rocket Mortgage, a simpler, hassle-free way to get a mortgage completely online. No one else has anything like it. So choose Quicken Loans, America's #1 online lender. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Equal housing lender, NMLS number 3030.
We are back in the Sports Lounge. We do this show every week at this time. We thank you all for listening on radio stations, cable systems, on your cell phone. You can dial pound 250 and say CRN Talk and get our app right on your smartphone and listen to us anywhere you go. You can get the Amazon, the Alexa unit, and you can the Amazon Echo, and just say, Alexa, play CRN1 on TuneIn Radio. You can listen to us on Google on their unit. It's an amazing thing. And so we've got some people here, Fred Dreyer. What an honor this is today.
Yes, absolutely.
Have some callers here that are waiting to call. Gentlemen, are you on the line with us here?
Yes, sir.
All right, we have Christopher Mac McDonald from the Army, Jonathan Lindome from the Army in Washington, D.C., Charles Allenbaugh from the Navy in Kentucky. Let's start with you, Christopher Mac McDonald. You wanted to address Mr. Fred Dreyer here on the show. What's going on? And by the way, thank all three of you for all your service to this country and everything you do.
Yes, Mr. Dreyer, how are you?
Yes, sir.
Christopher, go ahead. You start out.
All right. Mr. Dreyer, how you been?
Well, I've been doing very well, and we're just so pleased to have you guys with us.
Well, we spoke a little while back ago. We were talking about Land's End and your acting career a couple weeks back.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Land's End. This is the old show.
These guys know. Land's End, yes, one of my favorite efforts.
Yeah, that was a syndicated show that Fred did. And it was one of the first syndicated shows, and Fred was the guy that put it all together. It was filmed in Cabo.
Yeah, with Tim Thomerson and Jeff Lewis.
Yes, sir. Boy, we had a great cast of people there. We had a lot of fun. But it was a great venue to bring guest actors. Everybody wanted to come down there, as you can well imagine.
And let me go on record by saying that you should have got the role of Sam Malone.
Well, you know something? I got to tell you, I was close, and but Ted did a fantastic job, and the rest is history.
So
as
you
they
almost
say.
got the Sam. You were up for the Sam Malone role.
Yeah. And there's 3 people that tested that day, Christopher, and the other one was William Devane.
Oh, William Devane.
Yeah, there's 3 of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
And honestly, I don't know how your Cannonball Run role didn't get Oscar.
Yeah, these guys have found this. Christopher.
You
Mac
guys do
McDonald.
your homework. That's great. Thank you.
Jonathan Lindholm from the Army. You jump in here right now, and what is it you guys are doing here with Fred? You want to honor him in some way, or he's been an inspiration to you? Is that correct?
Absolutely. I'm sorry, I'm a little my thoughts are a little less coherent than Max. I was at the range all day today, so I'm a little fried. But
That's all right.
That's okay.
You
So
sound
are
great
we.
to us. We're fried every week.
all right.
And Charles Allenbaugh, you're with the Navy now. How did you get? You got a couple Army guys here, and you're in. Are you calling us from Kentucky? Is that correct?
I am.
Whereabouts in Kentucky are you, Charles?
Around Louisville.
Louisville. My father was born in Covington.
Oh, okay.
And then they later went up and floated across the Ohio right into Cincinnati, and they were and that they were the whole family's there in Cincinnati right now.
Not Charles
Not too
and
far away.
Charles and Chris and Jonathan. Charles, we understand that you guys wanted to call in here and give a shout out to Fred. You call him an inspiration and a hero. How so?
Well, actually, I'm a friend of Eric Hines, and all of us were a bunch of nerds. We're in a toy collector group on Facebook. That's how we met each other. Veterans Day came around, and I remember, hey, you know what? I talked to Mr. Dreyer. I know a guy that knows Mr. Dreyer. Mr. Dreyer did Death Before Dishonor. We all remember that movie from the 80s.
Yes, thank you.
Said how cool it would be if Fred would, I'll send some pictures out if you could autograph them for the guys. We'll mail them to the guys, and I'm going to let Jonathan Lindholm take over here in a minute, because for Mr. Dreyer's efforts, for us, Jonathan's going to send him something special flown over in Afghanistan here around June. So, Jonathan, go ahead and tell him what you got.
Jonathan Lindholm from the Army in Washington, D.C., what you got for Fred?
I'm going to be going back to Bagram, Afghanistan in April. We contract and operate all the power plants over there, and I'm going to be flying a flag over my power plant. And once it becomes unserviceable, we're going to get it framed and sent to Mr. Dreyer.
Wow, fantastic.
That's a real honor from you guys.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
That is absolutely. We understand other veterans here besides Jonathan Lindholm from the Army, Adam Tripp from the Marine Corps, Michael Callahan from the Army, Greg Evans from the Army, Matthew Jennings from the Marine Corps, Jeff Harvester from the Air Force, David Rathburn from the Army, Charles Allenbaugh, as we mentioned here, from the Navy we just talked to, Matthew Suttle from the Navy, Brian Paris from the Navy, our buddy now Christopher Mac McDonald from the Army. We thank all of you guys. I got to tell you, you guys, thank you so much for what you do. I mean, I'm standing every time there's a national anthem. I'm standing at your behest. My daughter saw some people in the service and bought them lunch the other day. And I think you guys go way beyond the call of duty for all of us here in America. We love you.
Well, Mike, if I could interject, those are all members of our Rogue Nation, of our group. Everybody you listed is a member of our group. I don't know if we give too much shout-out to Jennings and Tripp. They're just Marines. There's only 2 of them.
Take it easy now. We don't want to get the services going. Fred, this is quite an honor for you. They're going to get a flag for you.
This is really terrific, and I look forward to it. And I can only say be careful over there. And God bless you for thinking of me and including me in everything that you do. And Mike's correct. You know, you guys are tremendous, great heroes, and we sure thank you for calling into the show.
Thank you, Mr. Dreyer.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you very, very much.
Bless you all for your service, guys. Thanks so much for taking the time to be on the show today.
Thank you.
Have a good one, gentlemen.
Thank you.
That's quite an honor for
Great.
you, Fred Dreyer.
Beautiful.
That's probably one of the best segments
Very
we've had
nice.
on the show
Very
to date.
nice. Yeah,
Thank you guys very much.
To be thought of that way is just a very, very, very big honor.
Thanks to Eric Hines on our staff and Courtney Cadera for helping to put this together, and Tomas and Jose. And we understand Brittany Smith helped do this, and David Rathburn and Chris McDonald. So thank you guys so much. We'll continue straight ahead in the Sports Lounge.
For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master planned destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Ka'anapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Ka'anapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit Ka'anapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares, first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
We're back in the Sports Lounge. I'm Michael Horn, along with the one and only Fred Dreyer. So, Fred, you were talking about
Yes, sir.
old Colin Kaepernick there.
Yeah.
Formerly with the San Francisco 49ers. He walked out on the last year of his contract thinking he was going to get a bigger and better contract somewhere else.
Let me just correct that.
Please.
That was an expiring contract.
Yeah.
So,
but he would have been paid one more year, right?
Well, they would have probably bought him out of his last year. It was a $15 million contract. So, but he walked away from some money, and he walked away from a potential job in the National Football League.
The 49ers apparently walked away from the Citizen of the Year. Now, Citizen of the Year, don't they help older ladies across the street, or see somebody that's getting mugged or something and go in there and rescue the person? Isn't that what we call a Citizen of the Year? This guy, all he's done is knelt during the national anthem because he's upset about the treatment of African Americans by the police, and that's fine. You can have that viewpoint, and you can protest it and form a group, and I support him, do all that kind of stuff. I just don't support him when he's at a football game kneeling, when we just had all these great people on from the armed services, and in disrespect to the flag that they serve and the country and the citizens they serve, he decides to kneel there and makes a political mess out of a football game.
Well,
hey, you're a celebrity, Colin. start your own group, and
well,
the news
do it on
media
your
will
own
pick it up.
time. Do it on your own
Exactly.
time. But here's what GQ wrote in the news release.
What'd they say?
Colin Kaepernick's determined stand puts him in rare company in sports history. Muhammad Ali, Jackie Robinson, athletes who risked everything to make a difference. Now, this guy kneels to make a difference, and he wears socks that reflect cops as pigs.
Yeah.
And he turns right around and says, I hate America. I'm not standing up for America. I'm not acknowledging the flag. And I'm not going to take part in this because white cops keep killing black people. And it's just an outrage. And guess what? Not only is that my opinion, but it's opinion of many people and many pro football fans who have walked away from the sport.
Yeah, and again, we're not criticizing him by his opinions and for his wanting to help in that area, but it's like, don't use the national anthem. Do this on your own time. Now, O.J. Simpson, he is, and by the way, that's in GQ magazine, so you can cancel your subscription freely. I can't believe that's the Citizen of the Year. O.J. Simpson, by the way, was maybe the runner-up. I don't know. So he was in the Cosmopolitan Hotel and apparently maybe inebriated. Is that right, Fred?
Well, Cosmopolitan hotel there in Vegas.
Yeah.
There was an incident there where TMZ
they threw him out of the hotel.
Released a story that Simpson was angry at hotel staff, and glasses broke at the bar. Security showed up and removed Simpson from the hotel, and there was conversations to be had about the fact that Simpson was drunk. There was people saying, no, he wasn't drunk, but the people eventually, it wasn't a big scuffle, but he did cause a scene, and it was clear to everyone around him that he was very intoxicated. Now, that comes from TMZ. So, it looks at this way. If he, in fact, is and gets caught busted being drunk in public, guess where he's going?
Back into the big house.
That's correct.
And we're not talking the
I'm telling
Cosmopolitan
you,
Hotel.
I said this when OJ got out. I said, he's going back to jail somewhere, sometime. I don't know how it's going to happen, but he's going to go back to jail.
He will possibly if he keeps this up. Now, you want to get together with Fred, follow him on Twitter, Fred_Dryer, D-R-Y-E-R, Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. And you can email him, FredDryer@crntalk.com. Don't forget to check out his new movie, Highway 395.
Highway 395. See it, buy it, love it.
It's on your website?
Yes, FredDryer.co.
FredDryer.co. FredDryer.co. Get that movie,
Yes.
Highway 395. You'll love it.
Thank you very much.
Enjoying all your favorite CRN programming is easier than ever. It's right on your TV, through your local cable provider, and on the web at crntalk.com. But when you're on the move, stuck in a plane, train, or in your car,